Shalom, shalom, shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakwakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and I want to give peace to the hopeful elect of Israel, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay? Today I want to get into the image of Christ, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay? So I'm gonna start off by, showing off this image here. Okay? And this is who the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and what they say what he looks like, okay? All I searched up in Google was Jesus, as you can see at the top. All right, and this image popped up, okay? And I'm gonna go into the scriptures where it describes, what he looks like, and match it with with the image that they're showing us, okay? So I'm gonna go into Revelations, the first chapter, and I actually want to start at the first verse. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Okay? So God gave this revelation of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ to John, his servant John. Okay? So, John had a vision of Yahushua, who the world didn't call Jesus Christ. Okay, because when you go into the word revelation, it goes it means to reveal. Okay, to appear. Okay, I'm gonna jump down to verse 13. Okay, where the scriptures is going to describe what Yahushua looks like. Okay, what John saw in his vision when he saw Yahushua. All right, verse 13, Revelation, the first chapter, in the 13th verse. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Okay, so he had a garment that went down to his foot. Okay, and he also had a girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Okay, so a golden girdle would be, kind of like a belt, like a big belt, like a WWE belt, for example. But Yahushua's was golden, okay? His was golden, okay? All right. So when you go into this image here of who the world calls Jesus, you don't see a golden girdle upon his on his waist, okay? You don't see any of that. You see this blue robe and this reddish I want to say I guess he has a garment, okay? But you don't see a golden girdle around his waist, okay? So, they already messed up with that, okay? I want to go to verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, okay? So they're saying that his head, meaning, the hairs on his head, and his hairs, okay, his beard, were white like wool, okay? So I'm going to go back to this image here, and you look at his hair, and his hair is brown to start off with, like a dirty brown, I guess they call that. A brownish with a little, blonde in it. Okay, but mainly his hair is brown. Okay, long, wavy, and brown. All right, but in the scriptures, it's saying his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Okay, I don't see any white hairs on this man who they're portraying to be Jesus Christ, who the world calls Jesus Christ. All right. Continuing on, verse 14, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Okay, it was said to say that Yahushua, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, drank a lot of wine. Okay, and when you drink a lot, and when you also smoke, which you're not supposed to do, that's going off. That's in the scriptures. You're defying a temple when you smoke. But with having that said, when you smoke a lot, when you get high, your eyes turn a reddish color. The white in your eye turns a reddish color. Okay. And as you can see here, first of all, his eyes are blue. Okay. He has blue eyes. All right, and he looks, he looks normal. Okay, this is not, Yahushua. Okay. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn into a furnace. Okay. If you go here, actually, let me look up fine brass burn in a furnace. I don't know if I spelled that right, but yeah, good images. Okay, fine brass. Okay, if you look at this is brass burnt. All right, and this is a very dark brown. All right, and when we go back to that image, this is a white man. All right, he is nowhere near the color of a dark brown. All right, he's nowhere near the color of brass in its state before it's even burnt. Okay, to start off with. All right, but in the scriptures it says a fine brass after it's burnt in a furnace. All right, this is a white man. Okay, he is not brown. He is not dark brown. All right. Okay, and if John seen his feet, the rest of his body is going to be the same color. All right, just like this image here. Okay, just like this image here, dark brown feet. And obviously, if his feet are brown, the rest of his body is going to be brown. Okay. So this is not the image of who the world internet calls Jesus Christ. Okay, Yahushua. And his voice as a sound of many waters. Okay, so Yahushua had a very deep voice. Kind of like a lion. Like a lion's whelp. When the lion growls, it's that deep growl. Sound of many waters. Okay. I also wanted to get into another scripture, Daniel, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna start off at the top, but the main point is 5 and 6. The main point is gonna be at 5 and 6. This is Daniel chapter 10. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel. Okay, so something is gonna be revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. And the thing was true, okay, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. Okay, so Daniel had a vision and he understood what he was seeing. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. Okay, so Daniel was fasting for 3 weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth. Okay, neither did I anoint myself at all till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. Okay, so he was fasting for 3 full weeks. Okay, verse 4. And in the 24th day of the first month, Salakia, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel. Okay, verse 5. This is the point. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Euphrates. Okay, just like in Revelations, he's seen Yahushua with the golden girdle. Okay, girded with fine gold. Okay, so Daniel's seeing the same person. He's seeing Yahushua. Verse 6. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning. Okay, and his eyes as a lamps of fire. Okay, so his face had the appearance of lightning. Okay, Yahushua is a very righteous man, very, very holy man. He glowed. Okay, his face was glowing. Okay, so that's why he compared it to lightning. That's how bright it was. All right, and his eyes as a lamp of fire. Okay, so like in Revelations, his eyes were like a flame of fire is because he drank a lot of wine. Okay, verse 6. Continuing, and his arms and his feet likened to color to polished brass. Okay, so Daniel didn't just see the feet like John did, but he also saw his arms, and he said color to polished brass. Okay, so I want to bring that back out. Okay, His arms right here, as you can see in this image, are not brown like brass is. The color of brass is brown. Okay. All right. So this is not the same color as what they're showing Jesus is. All right. So somebody has to be lying, and it's definitely not the book. All right. Continuing, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Okay. So Daniel also noticed that his voice was very deep, like a lion. All right. Okay, like it says here, like the voice of a multitude, like, that roar, He had that roar in his voice, very deep voice, okay? All right. This man here is not Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay? This is Caesar Borgia, if I can spell it right. That's not how you spell it. Yeah, I don't know how to spell it. Salakia, images, no. Okay. And as you can see, this man right here, who was a pedophile, is who they painted as Jesus Christ, okay? And then they took that image and took that around the world, okay? They took that around the world and, used that, to enforce power into people, okay? And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you gotta turn back to your ways, to the ways of Yahushua, and you guys need to notice that these people are lying to you, okay? The so-called white man is the devil, Esau. He is the devil, okay? And he lies, he steals, kills, and destroys, okay? He also lies, okay? So I just wanted to bring that out. Yeah, I'm going to close out with that. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rukwadash. Keep enduring, Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm going to close out with that. Shalom.